So, what is your name and how do you identify yourself?
My name is Laura and I identify as queer.
At what age did you discover your identity?
I guess I was around 15, 16-ish, something like that.
And how did you discover it?
My best friend came out as transgender, and that for me was the first time I was like, oh shit, there's more to being a boy and being a girl. And then I met someone online who was gender fluid, and I was like, oh, this is a thing, okay, maybe that's it. And then I just started, reading a lot and exploring, and eventually figured out that queer best fits me.
And when did you come out to your friends and family?
I think a year after I knew for myself that I was queer.
Okay. And how did they react? Was it positive or negative? Were you surprised?
My friends were all really positive. They were just like, okay, that's cool. My dad was like, this is a phase. My mom was just like, I don't know what this is, and I don't blame them because no one did and no one does. So.
Okay. And are they more accepting now that it's been a while, or?
Yeah, definitely. Like my mom and I watch all these shows about gender together and stuff, and she always asks me questions. And my dad's just like, okay, cool.
And are you fine with questions, or do you get annoyed with constantly being asked, "Oh, what is that? What is your gender? I don't understand it."
I'm fine with it because, it's the only way people will really start to know that this is a thing. But on the other hand, it can be exhausting at times to always have to explain who you are.
And how did your life change after coming out to your friends and family?
Not that much, really. It was just more comfort with myself, I guess. But
have there been people who reacted really badly, didn't understand, or made you feel really bad about yourself?
No, not at all. I mean, I guess no one really understands because no one knows what it is. So, but everyone is still cool about it. They're just like, oh, I don't know what it is. What is it? Oh, okay, cool. Move on.
Yeah. Are there moments where you feel different, or if you feel excluded because of your identity from your friends or society?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. When I go shopping, it's boys versus girls. When I go to the toilet, it's boys versus girls. When there's a gym class, it's boys versus girls. It's always that.
Yeah. And do you find that irritating?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to always be reminded that you don't really fit in.
Can you describe the LGBTQ plus community?
I guess so. For me, it's more of an online thing. Like I have a lot of friends who are also in the community, but it's not like we talk about ourselves like, oh, we're a community. But yeah, it's good to know that there are other people out there who feel the same way you do, and it gives you a sense of belonging. Like maybe I don't belong in this world, but at least I belong in this community.
So you feel more online than offline?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you find yourself finding other people that identify the same as you where you live, or is it more?
I only know people that identify the same as me online, really. And while it's nice to know that there are people out there, it would be much nicer to have someone close to home who knows what you're going through.
Oh, what does it mean to be a part of the community for you?
For me, I guess it gives me a sense of pride. Like, it's okay to be me, and I'm proud of it. And I guess that's the biggest part.
Yeah. Can you give an example of when you felt discriminated or as like an outsider for being who you are? Do you have a pinpoint moment that you think, oh wow?
I have one pinpoint moment, I guess, and it's really weird because back then I wasn't out yet. I didn't even know myself that being queer was a thing you could be, and I still played hockey at that time, and I hadn't shaved my legs for, I don't know, probably because I was lazy or something, but I was like, okay, got knee-high socks, it's gonna be fine, no one will see. And then I got a ball on my shins, so I went out and I rolled my socks down just a little bit just to see, oh, is it bruising? And then I heard the girl next to me whisper to the other one, like, oh, she doesn't shave her legs. And I don't know what it was about that, but at that moment I just felt so different, and it was just such a tiny thing, but it just felt so nasty, and that really stuck by me for some reason.
Have you ever pretended to fit in, or pretended to be someone that you're not?
I don't know. That's a hard one, because I feel like gender is very much a construct, and I have the privilege almost to be able to play with it a little. And I think it's not that I pretend to be someone I'm not. It's more that I adapt myself to situations I'm in. Like, for instance, if I work as a cashier, I will look more feminine because people perceive me as feminine, and as to not confuse people and to keep my job, I'll portray myself more feminine than maybe I'd really like to. So yeah, it just depends on the situation. I'm always me, it's just sometimes a little less of what I'd like to be, I guess.
And do you have any advice for people who are struggling with their identity?
Just be you, I guess. It's super cliche, but really just take your time, try on labels, try on clothes, try on everything you want, and just find the thing you're most comfortable with.
And what about people who have families who really disagree with them, who shun them for daring to be themselves?
If you don't have the possibility to get yourself away from that situation, then do what keeps you safe the most. So if you know that coming out will harm you, don't. You don't have to. You can just wait until you have the resources to get out of that situation, and then leave, and then be you.
It must be, well, the only thing that I can really relate to is, because I don't speak Dutch and I'm surrounded by Dutch people, when they speak Dutch to each other, it's not like they notice, like they don't mean it. It's just they do it on, like, out of comfort. And so, like, for me, I don't want to be like, no, stop, you have to speak English now. But it must be, like, for you, I can't even, it's everywhere. Like, it's something that, I mean, for me, it's just a tiny thing, and I can learn to speak Dutch, and I'm learning right now. But for you, it's like, it's just you. Like, you can't change that. It's just who you are. And for people to just they don't mean it, or usually they don't mean it, and because they're just conditioned to think that way. And how do you, like, deal with people who can't? Yeah, I've already asked it, but I just can't imagine how hard it must be to be constantly feeling that lonely, because for me it takes a huge toll on me, and people don't realize it, but it must be really painful for you.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, very painful. It's just this feeling that you don't belong in the world as it is right now, and it just, yeah, I don't know how I deal. It's just I got to somehow, because yeah, exactly, it is. And no matter how much I wanted to, I can't change who I am. So it's just, you gotta get up and go on, and just remember the people that love you, and that they love you for a reason.
Do you have, like, someone who's a real, like, rock in your life, who you, like, or do you have someone or something that's really keeps you going through really difficult times?
Yeah, both my best friend and my girlfriend really keep me going. My girlfriend is just very sweet, and my best friend, because he's trans, he's like, he gets it. He gets it more than other people do, and that's just nice. When we're together, it just kind of feels like home, and I don't have that feeling anytime else. Sorry.
No, totally understand. Yeah.
a duck. You did well on the questions and those things. I feel bad for you. No, I'm an emotional person. I always cry.